Are you sure engaging in this level of training without a safety field is wise? Sayes asked. This was not your first injury. I have been leaving these matters to you, but you have been suffering more injuries as of late. They won't let us use a course that's too dangerous, Luther whispered, and training without danger will develop bad habits. Training harder means I get hurt more. He wiggled his fingers. But no safety field means I can use healing. No problem. This is danger without the chance of true advancement, Sayes replied. I can harvest and manipulate the flows enough for no loss, but there is also no gain. We could spend months in this type of training for what we might gather in one day in a dungeon, and a lapse of concentration here could cost your life. Your death would inconvenience us both. I hear you, but I won't conquer my next real dungeon if I'm not ready. Luther rolled his shoulder. His muscles ached. Low-level healing wasn't as good as replenishment. The spikes had wrenched holes in his mail, which was annoying. Infused equipment would mend itself given enough time in a mana field, but a training run would not suffice. He was out of luck for the remainder of the obstacle course. He'd need to be more careful. He jogged toward a narrow tunnel. Something hissed within it, and he spun his spear in front of him. An arrowhead hit the spear's shaft and bounced away. I saw that, Lily called. Nice move, but you won't be able to pull that off unless you're expecting an arrow to come. I'll train till it's a reflex, he called back. Then I won't need to know it's coming. Not everyone can quick-step their way out of getting hit. Luther sprinted through the tunnel, then jumped over a shallow dip at the exit that might have made him stumble into a row of needles. Memorizing the less dynamic traps on the course made for impressive times, but it wouldn't help him tomorrow. The QMTA's courses changed 7 days a week. Lily jumped and caught a hanging bar. She built momentum with a few swings, then continued down the lattice to the final platform. She hopped off and approached Luther. You're still not used to the armor. You keep saying you are, but it's obvious from the way you move that you're not. He rested his spear on his shoulder. Before the aliens showed up, nobody wore old-school armor in the real world outside of Ren fairs and those Swiss guys who guard the Pope. I'm studying, but I'm using moves that don't show up in historical European martial arts YouTube videos. My body needs time to get used to it, that's all. It will. Luther cocked his head. Speaking of, are you sure you're all in on the jumpsuit? Last week you were saying you missed the gambeson. Just for nostalgia's sake, I think. Lily ran her hand over her sleeve. This maximizes my speed and agility. It has all the comfort and flexibility I need, but it's as tough as metal. In a mana field, sure, but outside of a dungeon, it won't do much. Lily laughed. Why would I need infused equipment outside mana fields?